Robert Whitaker versus Renier de Ridder takes place this Saturday, and I'm going to give you my prediction and breakdown as usual. And guys, I'm not going to lie, this one is a tough one for me to call just because I feel like as much as listen, D Ridder has a goofy style, but so did DDP and so does DDP, and he managed to beat Robert Whitaker. So, I don't think you can completely count out these guys that have a goofy or chaotic style, if you want to call it. And listen, as much as, we talk, well, a lot of us UFC, well, MMA fans that follow the UFC predominantly, we tend to look down on other organizations, but I'm sure D Ridder is a multiple weight world champion, so um, we have to put some respect on his name, And last time out, he stopped the hype train. I did think he was going to beat Bo Nickel, to be completely honest with you guys. And he went out there and the way he did finish Bo Nickel, I was not expecting him to do that. He landed some very good knees. I still need to watch more of his fights and more of Robert Whitaker's fights. And yeah, man, I can't lie. Where I do see D Ridder having an advantage is obviously on the ground and in the clinch, because against Bo Nickel, he did very, very well in the clinch, and surprisingly, he doesn't look that strong, but I feel like you can tell that he's strong. You know those guys that just look goofy but they have a bit of strength to them. I think D Ridder is one of those guys. Obviously, going into this fight, this is kind of a must-win for Robert Whitaker because he has a four-fight map of how he intends to go out in the game, and I'm guessing that is, to be honest, Robert Whitaker he's currently ranked number 5, and if he were to win this, he puts himself back, not necessarily in a title contention spot, but if he beats D Ridder, he can fight someone ranked higher than him, beat them, and then potentially get a title shot, then defend the belt, and then retire. So this is essentially a must-win for Robert Whitaker. If he loses, I do feel like he will consider maybe hanging the gloves up. But the thing is, Robert Whitaker is still a good fighter. Obviously, last time out, he lost to Chimaev. First round, very quick. I was not expecting that. I did think Robert Whitaker could potentially weather the storm against Hamzat and, make it a bit of a tough fight for Hamzat, but he couldn't. So I was wrong with that. But Robert Whitaker, he's a decent striker. I mean, he did well in the second fight, I believe it was against Adesanya. Like I said, guys, I need to watch more of Robert Whitaker and D Ridder. But what I do like about Robert Whitaker is very simple. He'll throw a 1-2 and then he'll throw a body kick, which is very basic, but it is effective. So, this is going to be interesting. I do think if someone gets a stoppage, it's going to be within the first 3 rounds. You know what? If it goes to 5 rounds, I'm going to give it to Robert Whitaker. I think Robert Whitaker can take it on points. D Ridder, I think if he wins this, he kind of needs a finish of some sort, whether that's a submission or a TKO. But yeah, D Ridder doesn't really have much to lose. He's trying to climb the rankings. This is his 3rd fight in the UFC. He's testing the levels, And you know what? I do feel like Robert Whitaker can get the job done. I do think he's going to make it a difficult fight for D Ridder. I think Robert Whitaker needs to be on the front foot. He can't let D Ridder back him up, because I feel like if he lets D Ridder back him up, the easier that will be for D Ridder to get the clinch and land the knees, and then obviously possibly get the takedowns. So I think Robert Whitaker needs to be on the front foot, and he needs to get his game plan off, and yeah, just stay forward. And if you're not moving, even when you're moving back, do what Max was doing against Dustin. Have lateral movements. Don't just move back in a straight line. But as of now, I'm picking Robert Whitaker to beat Renier de Ridder on points this weekend. And yeah, to be honest, the card is a decent card. It's actually, in my opinion, the whole card as a whole is kind of better than 319, the way it's looking. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Because obviously we got the likes of Peter Yan on there. We've got Bryce Mitchell versus Said Nurmagomedov. Obviously Peter Yan's fighting Marcus McGee. We got Shara Magomedov versus Andre Barrios. I know I'm not saying his name right. Even that's going to be an interesting matchup. I don't think Shara will get a finish. I think this is going to be a tough fight for him, but I do think he gets the job done on points. But I do think this is going to be a lot tougher than people think. And yeah, it should be a good fight though. But like I said, I do think Shara will get the job done on points, but it's going to be a tough fight. And yeah, that's my predictions for that fight. Bryce Mitchell and Said Nurmagomedov. You know what? I think Bryce Mitchell probably has a big chance, but you know, I don't know, man. I'm not even going to bother with that one, guys, because Bryce Mitchell, yeah, that should just tell you everything. Yeah, I have no words. Obviously, we got Peter Yan as well versus Marcus McGee. That should be an interesting fight. I don't see Marcus McGee beating Peter Yan, to be completely honest. But Marcus McGee is a tough opponent, so it'll probably go the distance. But I do see Peter Yan kind of beating on him a little bit, you know, giving him the beat down for 3 straight rounds, you know, spanking him like that's his daddy. You know what I mean? So Peter Yan. Oh, guys, how could I forget? My favorite Turkish fighter. To be honest, it's the only Turkish fighter I know. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But the Turkish, what's the words I'm looking for? I don't even know. But my guy, Ibo Aslan, returns. Turkish power!
Do you like Turkish power?
He's back. And guess what? He has been training in Dagestan, which is good. And you know what? I'm going to try and find some videos of his training out in Dagestan so we can do some reviews and reactions to it. Because Ibo, he does have Turkish power. And, you know, he has very good striking. But his ground game is 0. So you know what we do? We send him Dagestan 2-3 years, forget. But he spent 2-3 months and he come back. Then he go back out there. You know what I mean, brother? Tonight we smash. So, yeah, Ibo Aslan is back. I'm curious to see what he has been working on in terms of his ground game. Well, that's if his opponent, Billy Elekana, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, if he can, you know, test Ibo's ground game, then that would be good, so I can kind of see what Ibo's been working on and if he's made any improvements. But I am not going to lie to you guys. I'm picking Ibo Aslan to win that one by KO in the first round. If not the first round, it's going to be the second round. You know why, guys? You know why? Because he has Turkish power. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. That's my prediction for Robert Whitaker versus de Ridder. Obviously, that's a little breakdown. I probably will drop another video giving you guys my final thoughts because right now I'm a bit 50-50. Part of me does think Renier de Ridder with his goofy style potentially could get the job done because a lot of guys just seem to be on the decline right now. So, and Whitaker last fought, I think, towards the end of last year. So, you know, but Ibo Aslan is someone I'm looking forward to watching on that card, and Shara. To be honest, it's a decent card. But like and subscribe, guys. Please hit the subscribe button. Yeah, we're trying to grow the subscribers. Obviously, this year we have grown the subscribers a bit, but we need to grow it even more. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends, guys. See you again tomorrow.